A Brampton man has been arrested for kidnapping a 9-year-old child. The boy was fishing alone by the river when the man stopped his car, claiming to be a real estate agent, and offered the boy ice cream.
It is terrifying seeing all these girls coming forward saying that they are being chased by men. Not like walking stock, not like creepily looking at you, like chased to their cars.
I got knocked out. I don't know, someone came behind me, knocked me out, and I woke up in a sea can. She's like, I woke up in a sea can. And like, I got out because she used to work for the railways and she escaped it. And
hey guys, any female that is currently in the GTA, please watch this video, okay? I had a really suspicious incident that happened to me earlier today, and I think you guys all need to be aware of it. I was at the in center by myself, and I had my earphones in. I was just walking around, and then some random like Asian lady approached me, and then she said, have you ever heard of God the Mother in the Bible? And thanks to social media, I know what that is. It is a code word for basically sex trafficking. If anyone's talking about God the Mother, know that anything that they're trying to influence you with is gonna lead to them trying to
trunk. I noticed that there is a piece of paper stuck to my car. And obviously my initial instinct was to take off the paper, and then I remembered I've seen videos on this before and I realized to not touch it. So this is actually a very common sex trafficking tactic. They'll put like something on your car, whether it's to tag your vehicle to like let them know there is like a single woman that is walking in and out of this car, and to follow you. Or in my case, what I think it was is there was like something on the paper, whether it's like a LSD strip or something, so that you touch it and you know, you're incoherent.
So she started looking under all the stalls, and that's when she found her daughter's shoes, as well as a stranger's shoes in the same stall. So she pushed open the door to find the guy sprint right past her, and her daughter was unconscious with her head shaved. This is not just at Vaughan Mills. This happened at Vaughan Mills, but it's not just happened at Vaughan Mills. It's also happening at Yorkdale. There's over 60 cases so far, but the police have not gone to the media with this. So it's up to us to spread the awareness as much as possible.
Hey yo, we back with another banger. Welcome back, people. Thanks for tuning in, you know what I mean? Thanks for everybody who's been subscribing, liking the videos, you know what I mean? Commenting, supporting the channel, helping me grow. But yo, let's get straight into this. In this video, we're going to be covering the human trafficking that's been going on in Canada. And no, we're not talking about the Toronto tele-things trying to trick an old sugar daddy into getting a new Chanel bag. In this video, we're going to be talking about women and even children who are being unwillingly kidnapped and trafficked, with a particular focus on how Indigenous communities are being disproportionately targeted. Despite Canada's reputation for safety and inclusivity, these reports reveal an alarming reality that demands urgent attention and action. Join us as we explore stories, root causes, and what could be done to protect vulnerable populations from this ongoing crisis. Before we get into this video, make sure you hit that like button if you're not a hater. Okay, so let's get into some of these stories and reports.
The disturbing intersection between missing Indigenous women in Canada and human trafficking. New research published by Thomson Reuters shows a pattern of Indigenous women very quickly going from missing to appearing in ads for intimate services, if you know what I mean. And there is a particularly high rate of this in areas like the GTA and Edmonton. Data has indicated that 50% of human trafficking victims in Canada are Indigenous women.
Why are they going for Indigenous women specifically?
And to put into perspective how significant that is, only 5% of the population in Canada are Indigenous women, yet they make up 50% of human trafficking victims.
That's crazy.
And unfortunately, if you're aware of the absolute epidemic of missing and murdered Indigenous people in this country, this data isn't going to be even all that surprising to you, which is really sad. The calls to action and justice produced both by the Truth and Reconciliation Committee as well as the National Inquiry into Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women need to be implemented. Indigenous women need to be protected. There's a disturbing...
That's crazy. Why are Indigenous women being specifically sought out? Is it because they're, I don't know, in poverty-stricken areas or something? I don't know. I don't know too much about the Indigenous struggle. People need to enlighten me about the Indigenous struggle. I just see what happens in the news, to be honest. I never really tapped into it. But I see all those graves and everything. They've been through a lot of shit in Canada.
Something needs to be said about what is going on in Calgary, Alberta right now. And if you are a girl, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Coming from someone who moved from Calgary, Alberta to BC 2.5 years ago, it is terrifying seeing all these girls coming forward saying that they are being chased by men. Not like walking stock.
Bro, is it that bad? Men are chasing you down? Like, this is why my other video went viral. A clip went viral in my other video about the same topic. You know what I mean? They're talking like, is it really that serious? A lot of people can't believe these stories when they hear them.
Not like creepily looking at you, like chased to their cars, chased out in public, chased in daylight. Like, what are these people doing? Why are they hunting women in Calgary? Like, what is going on? This needs to be stopped. This is absolutely terrifying. And if you are...
This is why women come up with these dumbass things like, what would you rather be trapped in the woods with? A bear or a man? This is why they come up with this dumb shit.
And you don't know about this and you live in Calgary, freaking look over your shoulder, because apparently this is happening in broad daylight in public. Like, it's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Something...
Let's check out the comments on that. See what you're saying. Let's see what the people think. I don't mean to sound bad at all, but we do have a huge issue with new people with the beliefs that do not respect women and view them as objects. And since this has happened, things have drastically escalated. Do you feel like it's the immigrants coming in doing this? I don't know, because I've heard, well, we'll get into some more stories. You know what I mean? Am I going to be the only one to say it? What is the common denominator between all these men that have been chasing these women? Immigrants. Wow. Who would have thought? Oh, these people are really going hard on the immigrants. Canadians are really fed up of the immigrants. The men that are chasing them aren't from here. This has been happening our whole lives. Hi, we're First Nations. That's sad, you know what I mean? Someone's saying this has been happening to Native people their whole lives. It's crazy.
Beyonce, good morning. So you know how it's going around right now that girls are being trafficked, that people are being trafficked and put in those big sea cans? Well, I have a story for you. So I was doing a lot of harm reduction work on the downtown east side Hastings, and I really love it there. It's like really big community, lots of culture. And I was working and I was talking to all these working girls, and one of them was like, I got knocked out. I don't know, someone came behind me, knocked me out, and I woke up in a sea can. She's like, I woke up in a sea can. And
oh, what?
Like, I got out because she used to work for the railways.
This girl said she got knocked out in the head and she woke up in a sea can, bro. Do you know what a sea can is? Hold up. This right here is a sea can. Damn! This is not no regular sex trafficking telly things. You know what I mean? This is some next shit. This is some, I don't even know what to say, some underworld shit. They might be shipping some of these people out of the country, turning them into slaves. I don't even know what to say.
And she escaped it, and like, word on the street is a lot of people are going missing. Like, lots of people are going missing, specifically Indigenous girls. And another thing that like people don't really talk about is youth doing work, you know. I don't know if I can say it on here, but youth doing work, and it's hidden. They are kept behind doors and they're controlled by people, you know, who are trafficking. And these youth don't know who to talk to. They're scared to talk to adults. They're scared to talk to authority figures. You know, it's really kept down and hidden, but it's gonna happen.
Make sure you share this video, bro, because this is just creepy and disgusting, bro. You know what I mean? They're taking advantage of the little kids. Like, bro.
There's young people doing this stuff. I, you know, speaking from experience, and like that's one of the reasons why I feel like I can speak on this stuff, is because like I've been there, I've been in the trade. I've done survival things. I've done things, you know, through my addictions that I'm lucky I'm alive, you know. And I know I walked that fine line of being MMIW. I hit.
You see, she said she's been in that life and she's been struggling with addiction. You know what I mean? I feel like, I don't want to say it like that, but I feel like a lot within the Native community, there's a lot of drugs or something. I don't know what to say. It's fucked. You know what I mean? In the Black community, there's drugs too, though, right? But I feel like a lot of natives in Canada are known to be, you know what I mean? Their culture is just known to be heavily on. A lot of them are known to be heavily on drugs. Even in Toronto, a lot of them are heavily on drugs.
Hiked all over Canada with my dog, and she saved my life. But
I wonder if that's a government plan, though. You know what I mean? Just like how they brought crack into the Black community. I wonder if they did that to the natives too, right? Because the natives been getting taken advantage of. They've been going through injustices in Canada for a long time.
There's just like a lot of things going on down here that people don't realize, and like that the police are heavily involved in this, and same for HA, but I don't want to, you know, get targeted anyways.
She's saying the police is even involved in this. What do you think? Do you think these are conspiracy theories, people? Like,
I love it down here, though. You know, I love being with community. People from all over are on the downtown east side Hastings. I've found 3 missing people last year. I've also responded to a lot of overdoses, and I knew that I wasn't ready to be dealing with this stuff, you know, but I was also avoiding my own bullshit by being in community so much and like working, doing that work, and not being able to hold boundaries. But also,
if there's any Native people in the comments or watching these videos, I want you to tell me the correlation between drug use and in the Native communities. You know what I mean?
So now I've learned, you know, you gotta, when you are in harm reduction, you need to hang your hat up when you leave and shut your fucking phone off. Do not answer for other people. You know, you can't be on call. When you go home, you go home, and you're there for you and your family. But yeah, just rambling. I'm still sober.
Check out the comments on this one. Fun fact, Vancouver PD have a huge part in it. Don't ask how I know, just don't trust them. So there's people that really believe the Vancouver Police Department have something to do with human trafficking. Hi, I'm from Toronto, Canada, and a good friend of mine is Indigenous and moved to Hastings. Her name is, I don't want to say that. If you know her, please let me know. I'm worried as I haven't been able to contact her, please. So this person in the comments is saying her friend moved to Hastings and she's a Indigenous person and they can't find her. 163 likes. Is it really this common? I was trafficked in 8th grade. It's a lot more common than people think. I don't want to say the name. Was trafficking approximately 20 other... I'll say his name. He's a freak. Fred Robertson was trafficking approximately 20 other minors and only got house arrest for 2 years after posting bail 20 minors. Bro. Damn! I can't make this shit up, bro. Diabolical, bro. Canada is diabolical.
An 11-year-old Alberta boy just narrowly escaped being kidnapped. Child reported that a person in a black ski mask and sunglasses tried to lure him into their vehicle. And the brave kid said no and immediately ran for his life through a park and made it home safely.
Smart kid.
A Brampton man has been arrested for kidnapping a 9-year-old child. The boy was fishing alone by the river when the man stopped his car claiming to be a real estate agent and offered the boy ice cream. Someone saw them leave and...
Bro, what type of real estate agent is offering little kids ice cream? What type of sick, twisted, demented freak?
Told the boy's parents, who went looking and found the boy unharmed eating ice cream in the man's car, and the man has been charged with luring and abduction.
How do you explain that to your wife when you go home? How do you explain that to your family? You're a whole real estate agent out here. You went to school, got a degree, became a real estate agent to come out here and diddle the kids. Shame to yourself, brother.
I know you're somewhere out there.
What did it say? Provinces with the most missing people in Canada. Who do you think has the most missing people? I'm gonna say Toronto or it's provinces, Ontario or BC, right?
Know you're somewhere out there, somewhere far away.
Nunavut, 5 missing people in Nunavut. Bro, there's like 5 people in Nunavut. Mute this music because this music's gonna get me copyrighted. Northwest Territories, 70 missing people. Yukon, 76 missing people. Newfoundland and Labrador, 286 missing people. Nova Scotia, 631 missing people. New Brunswick, 1,342 missing people. Saskatchewan, 5,000, holy, 5,391 people. Alberta, 6,001 missing people. Quebec, 6,560 missing people. Manitoba, 8,957 missing people. Ontario, 14,000, holy, missing people. British Columbia is 18,000, holy. No way they beat Ontario. What's going on in BC with the natives, bro?
Hey guys, any female that is currently in the GTA, please watch this video, okay? I had a really suspicious incident that happened to me earlier today, and I think you guys all need to be aware of it. I was at the in center by myself, and I had my earphones in. I was just walking around, and then some random like Asian lady approached me, and she said something, and I like didn't hear her, so I like took my earphone out, and I was like, what? And then she said, have you ever heard of God the Mother in the Bible? And thanks to social media, I know what that is. It is a code word for basically sex trafficking. If any
social media is out here saving lives. You see that?
Anyone's talking about God the Mother, know that anything that they're trying to influence you with is gonna lead to them trying to sex traffic you. And because I knew what that was, as soon as she said it, my face visibly just dropped, and I was like, no, I don't know what that is. And then she was like, oh, okay. And then she like walked away, and I shit you not, I like sprinted out of there. So clearly the sex trafficking stuff is like coming into Toronto. So please be careful being alone and watch out.
Sex trafficking's been in Toronto. This is a land that tell you things, you know what I mean? This is some next level shit. This is some human trafficking, trying to kidnap people out of
for that word.
Bro. Some next shit.
Hey guys, this is a PSA for my Toronto girlies. This is not my normal content, but this is something that happened to me this weekend, and I just wanted to spread it around just in case it happens to anyone else. So I work on King Street. I was leaving work Friday night at like 3:30 a.m. Actually, I had one of my girlfriends with me. I wasn't alone, and I always have stuff in my bag to protect me if I need it. But yeah, I was walking down to the parking garage I always park in. And as I'm putting my shoes in my trunk, I noticed that there is a piece of paper stuck to my car. And obviously
I was actually thinking about making like a pepper spray brand for the girls. Leave it in the comments and tell me if you think that's a good idea. That's a genius idea. I know someone's gonna take it and try and run with it now, but I've been thinking about that, making a pepper spray brand.
My initial instinct was to take off the paper, and then I remembered I've seen videos on this before, and I realized to not touch it. So this is actually a very common sex trafficking tactic. They'll put like something on your car, whether it's to tag your vehicle to like let them know there is like a single woman that is walking in and out of this car, and to follow you. Or in my case, what I think it was is there was like something on the paper, whether it's like a LSD strip or something, so that you touch it and you know, you're incoherent. So this is just my kind of PSA. If you do see anything on your car, something stuck, you know, money in the windshield, something out of the usual that's around your car, do not touch it. Get in your car, lock the door right away, do not linger, and drive away. I did mention it to my security team the next day when I went back to work, and I'm glad that I did, because he was actually saying that, you know, they obviously talk with the Toronto police a lot, and they have been hearing lots of cases of the LSD strips on the cars.
That's crazy. So it's a real thing. These LSD strips are on cars and shit, and they're trying to get the girl them out here, turn them into some real backstreet telly things.
So, ladies, if you see anything on your...
Ladies, you shouldn't be traveling alone, and you're pretty anyways. You know what I mean? Any lady out here in the GTA traveling alone, you need to lock in with Big Freeze.
Your car, do not touch it. Just leave it, drive away. Again, hopefully this can help someone stay safe.
Went about 20 minutes.
This one creeped me out, bro. This one creeped me out. I want you guys to comment and tell me what you think about this one. I'm running back.
The police don't want you to know this, so please share and duet this as much as possible. A mother and a daughter went to Vaughan Mills to go shopping. The daughter had to go to the bathroom, so the mother sat outside the washroom while the daughter went. About 20 minutes while the mother was waiting, the mother started to worry, and so she got up and she went looking. And this time, nobody had come in and out of the bathroom. So she went in, and that's when she saw a wheelchair in front of one of the stalls. So she started looking under all the stalls, and that's when she found her daughter's shoes, as well as a stranger's shoes in the same stall. So she pushed open the door to find the guy sprint right past her, and her daughter was unconscious with her head shaved. This is not just at Vaughan Mills. This happened at Vaughan Mills, but it's not just happened at Vaughan Mills. It's also happening at Yorkdale. There's over 60 cases so far, but the police have not gone to the media with.
Bro, imagine. Holy, bro. That's crazy. Imagine you in the washroom. Someone's cutting off their hair. They have a whole program, bro. You can't even let your kids go to the washroom by themselves out here. It's crazy.
Yes. So it's up to us to spread the awareness as much as possible. This is the newest way to kidnap people. And it's not just women and children, it's men too. They wait for you to not be alert, and they come up behind you, inject you in the neck with something that puts you to sleep, and then they shave your head, throw you in a wheelchair, and cart you right out under the cameras and under security's noses. And nobody does anything because they think that you're just not well.
That is a crazy, that's a, I don't want to say genius, but that is a diabolical plan, bro. They're shaving your head off, that inject you in your neck. You know what I mean? They probably shave your eyebrows off too. You know what I mean? You're unconscious. So when they wheel you out, people just think you're, you know what I mean, a mentally ill person.
They think that you're just disabled. So nobody bats an eye about it. And this is why it's up to us to spread the awareness. So please use the buddy system. Do not.
I'm creeped out even though.
Not go anywhere alone right now. It is not safe anymore. Please duet this, share this out as much as possible. It is up to us to make sure that everybody is safe in our communities. And this is there's over 60 reports of this happening to people. So it's
60 reports of this, and they're not putting it on. Why am I the one talking about this, bro? Why am I not hearing about this on the news? Why am I digging into TikTok finding these things, bro?
It's not just one or two. And it's also not just women or children, it's men as well. Everybody needs to be careful. So thank you so much, and please share this out. And the police don't.
Bro, that's crazy. Don't think just because you're a big black guy too like me, they won't get you, bro. You seen the movie Get Out. I mean, if they want your genetics, they're gonna get you too, man. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Everybody has to watch themselves.
I'm officially designating Brampton as Canada's butthole. A total of 10 suspects were charged after police found 3 kidnapping victims inside the Brampton home. Now I'm going to take a look at the Brampton map.
3 kidnapping victims inside a Brampton home. What's going on in Brampton? There's always some shit going on in Brampton nowadays.
Peel Regional Police, who are doing a fine job, no thanks to the Liberal government. Now this is Brampton. This is their crime map. This is what it looks like. The 10 people that were charged live in this area, and look at all that crime, from fraud to all these vehicle thefts. This is the safer part of Brampton, because when you zoom out, this is what it all. Look at this all. Look, it's all scattered. You can't see anything. It is a complete and utter failure and a disaster. I'm 99.9% certain that it is the vehicle theft capital of Canada. Just in the past year, nearly 7,000 vehicles have been stolen. And it's not just vehicle theft,
That's crazy, 7,000 vehicles in a year. How much is that? 7,000 vehicles in a year. There's 365 days. Like, bro, that's like 20 cars a day.
A lot of cybercrime and online fraud happening in this region as well. And everywhere where you see A, that's assault. The M, that's mischief of the property. Look at this mess. This is all Peel region. Brampton down to Mississauga. It's all become a disaster.
That's crazy, bro. But yeah, bro, I'm gonna end it there, bro. You know what I mean? Like I said before, if you don't like, comment, or subscribe to this video right here, make sure you share it to a senior citizen you love. You know what I mean? A kid, you know what I mean? A family member, you know what I mean? Distraction thefts are up, you know what I mean? There's weird human trafficking scandals going on, you know what I mean? Make sure you check on your little brothers and sisters in school, you know what I mean? Make sure they're not out here causing havoc, causing horror in their schools, bullying their teachers. You know, it's crazy out here, bro. But yeah, you know what I mean? You watched, how long have I been on this now? At least 50 minutes, you know what I mean? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Don't be a waste man now. Come on, I'm off of this.